Hi class, this is Mr. Hurst here, and I want to make a quick video for you on how to take lecture notes in anatomy and physiology. Ms. Laundress and I are still in the process of putting together the course right now for you, so not what I see right now is the instructor view, and I'm going to stay in instructor view because we don't have everything visible for you yet. But when the class begins, Module 1 will be available. And if you go to Module 1 and click on the first week's content, you can see there will be some introductory stuff, and I'm still adding some hyperlinks and making videos for you. But let's look at Chapter 2 here. Let's say you want to cover notes and learn about Chapter 2 content for lecture. So you click on the presentation, and you're taken to a Google slide. This Google slide link is set up to allow you to view the link only. And as you're looking at this Google slide link, you will not be able to edit it. I can edit it because I'm logged into my account, but you'll have guest view. So the first thing you're going to need to do is go up to File, Make a Copy. And then you can copy the whether the entire presentation or the selected slides that you're interested to do to your own Google Drive and edit it that way, or you can download the file and you can select your favorite file format to download them as. If you were downloading them, I personally would download them as a PowerPoint file, and if you make a copy to your own computer, just copy it to Google Drive, your own personal Google Drive. But as you look at a student presentation, you'll probably notice that within student presentations that I make available, there are these big red blank spaces. And you're like, oh, what the heck? Mr. Durst, how am I supposed to take notes and study stuff when your slides are incomplete? Well, the fact of the matter is the slides are not incomplete. I intentionally leave blanks, random blank spaces underlined in red on your slides because I want you, if you're in person, to have some incentive to stay awake during class so that you can, I'm forcing you to write something down. You should write down the verbal stuff that we cover during class as well, but I find for a lot of students, they get very stuck in this mode of I have to write down exactly what is in the PowerPoint slide. So I make sure to omit a couple things. Not everything, but just a couple things from the slides that I give you so you have some extra incentive to stay awake. And now you're probably thinking to yourself, how on earth do I find what I need to put in the blank? And that's a great question. If we're in person, you come to lecture, and I have a separate copy of this presentation. Instead of, say, a student copy, it's an instructor copy, and the blanks are filled in. If you're in an online class, you need to watch the hyperlinked lecture recording videos. And you can either just go straight to my YouTube channel that I set up for this class, or you can go to the specific video that's broken up by topic. So let's look at that first YouTube video. And we can see here, hold the phone. What the heck just happened there? That was weird. Oh, I clicked the back button. And I don't want to listen to myself talk in my own video. Students, here's a big, not so secret of a secret. I hate watching lecture recordings. I think they're very slow. And when I was a student, I really struggled with watching lecture recordings. So I want to encourage you to first turn on closed captions, hit CC. These are auto-generated closed captions. They aren't perfect, but they're better than nothing. And then something else I want to encourage you to do is go to settings and go to playback speed and go to 1.5 times. So you can watch the videos accelerated at 50%. And that way you kind of breeze through the video, the lecture recording, and then if something is confusing or doesn't make sense, you can rewind it a little bit, play it back again, or play it back slower. And actually, for the sake of demonstration, I'm going to make this playback speed double so you can see how cool this is. So as you can see there, I sound kind of like a hamster because the video's been doubled in speed. And also I want to emphasize for you in this video, this lecture recording that I have made available for you, you can see how there's that big word right there, bolded, underlined, and in red. And if you go back to the student notes, that corresponds to, in your student notes, this big blank that you would fill in with the word atom while you're taking notes. And that's how I set up the lecture portion, the lecture content of this class. I primarily focus on writing exams based on the content that is in the lecture presentations or in the lecture recordings. But just because I limit myself to the content that I cover in the lecture section doesn't mean you still should not read the textbook chapters. The textbook chapters are going to help you to review and reinforce the lecture content. And I design my lecture to follow what is covered in your textbook. If you have any questions or comments for me about how to take notes in this class, please feel free to post them on the class discussion board or shoot me an email. And as always, happy studies.